we all know as operators, we're making the best decisions we can with the data that we have, all right? And I think it's amazing and admirable that, companies like Experian that are going to invest this much time and this much money into putting together not only the insights, but also helping us action these insights. You do need to take note of this.
Welcome to the Experian Auto Insights podcast, where we explore the data driving today's automotive industry. Join us as we unpack key insights from Experian's quarterly automotive trends reports to help you stay ahead in a fast-moving market. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
Hey, what's going on, Automotive Nation? I am Jason Harris, and I'm with
Kirsten Von Busch.
And thank you for joining us on the first episode of a handful of episodes, or a little series that we're going to be doing called the Experian Insights series, where we get to talk like all cool things, insights, and analytics that you guys have been putting out for a little while, and maybe not all of you out there know that it's been going on.
I feel like it's one of the greatest kept secrets.
Yeah.
It's not a secret to everyone, but it's one of those like you want to be on the know on this and get all of this great information. As you said, the Experian Automotive Insights, right? Where we are taking automotive data into insights, but then really helping you take those insights so you can turn it into action for your organization.
And you guys have been doing this for a while. Like, this is not necessarily new. And you guys put a lot of time into this. Like, I have to admit, like, for all you dealers out there that are watching and listening right now, that there's a lot of companies out there that will put some insights and analytics reports out there. But I got to be honest with you, Kirsten, like, I'm impressed with the time and effort that you guys put into it. You guys are covering everything from financing to the consumer to market trends and changes. And there's just a lot. Honestly, there's a lot to chew on. Hence the reason why we decided to let's get together and do a little series, right?
Let's get together and talk about it because, as you said, on a quarterly basis, we are putting out 4 reports officially. And I would argue that really it's 5.
Yeah.
So we have the state of the automotive finance market, market registration, automotive consumer trends. That comes with a insight into in-market buyers for that segment. And then we have a nice summary of, at the end of all of it, if you're like, okay, there's so much here, I just want the the cliff notes. Yes, exactly. The cliff notes.
But you can't read it.
version.
You don't get it. Don't get the summary, guys. No, I'm serious.
The summary, it doesn't come out till the end.
I know, actually,
So,
it was smart. I love the fact you guys do that,
Yeah.
right? And guys, no, seriously though, these are some, and here's the crazy part. They're free.
They're free.
I mean, I'm not going to actually say free. They're not charging for it. In reality, they probably should, because you guys are putting a lot of time, you guys are putting a lot of effort and putting in data that, as dealers out there, if you're at the dealership and you're focused on the strategy of your operations, like there's insights, and we're going to go over some of these over this series, all right, that need to be actioned at your dealership for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, so many people in the industry rely on these reports, whether it is lenders, it is dealers, OEMs use the information, advertisers, from a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 perspective, where it's just really, really broad reaching with the insights for anyone in the automotive industry.
Well, and look, guys, and I know you're an operator because you're watching this series, so I know that. I don't need to question that, all right? But these are insights you guys need to know. We're going to give you a quick overview today, but in future episodes, we're going to dive deeper and deeper and deeper. We're going to go down some amazing rabbit holes with some other amazing folks at Experian, all right? And we're going to, you guys can read it. We're going to give it to you, all right? And you guys most definitely need to download this. I'm going to admit, I only found out about this last year. And I got to be honest with you, it's been kind of my secret sauce in some of my podcast content out there. Maybe a little like, hey, I didn't know you knew that. I'm like, well, guess what I do? So let's do this. We kind of kick off this overview.
Yes.
Let's go over, what can people expect, through some of these reports.
Okay, fantastic. So first, just a little on all right, well, what are we doing and why? Where we have just so much automotive intelligence, right?
Yep.
As the primary data source for vehicle data, consumer data, credit data, we have all of that available from a resource perspective.
Sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah, absolutely. Just deliver then these unique needs and answer these data-driven questions where putting all of that together, with the billions of data points that we have to then provide these reports. So I mentioned there's 3 reports available.
Mhm.
So first of all, there's the state of the automotive finance market.
Yes.
Now, sometimes everyone likes to abbreviate, right? So
Who doesn't like a good acronym in our business,
people
right?
will abbreviate it to SAFM. SAFM. But it is the state of the automotive finance market report. And Melinda Zabritsky is just phenomenal in this space. I mean, I'm like, no one knows it better than Melinda. And she has been producing this report for coming up on 20 years.
Yeah, she just has a little tiny bit of experience
Just a
in
smidge.
this, and it is an episode that you guys got to be keeping your eye out for because me and Melinda are gonna dive into some really really cool stuff. Sorry, go ahead though.
Yeah, no, Melinda is just the guru in this space. And in fact, later this year, it will be the 100th episode. So we just put out Q1 reports.
Yeah.
And Q3 will be the 100th quarterly trend report that she has published. So
Just a little bit of experience, just a tiny.
Just a
This is an
smidge.
episode you can't miss. All right, you guys
Yeah.
need to check this one out.
And every single quarter, she is going over overall origination trends, what's happening for new loans, new leases, used financing insights.
Subprime, like I mean, there's like this is not. Hey, if you're an independent dealer and you're watching this too, like guys, this is for you as well. Like this covers the entire category of financing in our space.
Yeah, absolutely. Portfolio balances, delinquencies, all of that. And just to give you a preview of like a couple things that she's including, because a lot of this then she's providing every quarter. So
Yeah.
you can then see
the
that
trend.
over time, what is happening. So the percentage of vehicles with financing, the percentage of new vehicles that are leased.
Which I was excited about. I gotta be honest with you.
I know,
guys,
leasing.
like I know. All right, like leasing is a major part of creating consistency in our service departments, in our sales departments. It creates loyalty with our dealerships and our brands. And I'm excited to see that this number is going up. This made me so
Yes.
happy when I saw this. Sorry,
It's
go ahead.
so fantastic to see that going up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're thrilled to see that as well. And I mean, at almost 25%, 24.69% from her most recent quarterly report.
Because it's been down.
It has been down. And EVs leasing,
Yes.
huge,
Yep.
huge. And this is another one that people just love, right? When we look at the loan and lease activity and what is the overall numbers for vehicle payments, the average monthly payment, okay?
God, I'm glad to see this come down a little bit. I got to be honest with you. I remember seeing this report a few years ago, and I was like, it was
But
getting tough.
It's still staggering,
Yeah,
right?
still up
when
there.
we look at combined lease and loan activity, nearly 14.5% of all new payments are over $1,000.
It's insane.
$1,000.
Insane.
So,
And look, I can attest. I mean, me and my family, we're in market for a new SUV. You know, we're looking at the Tahoes, the Suburbans. Holy good God! I mean, I'm at least $1,000 in some of the most base models. Anyways, I digress.
So, just a preview of all of the great information that Melinda covers. And as you said, she'll be joining for an episode specifically going into great depth and detail on this report as a whole.
And guys, I mean, some of the data that we're going to be going over, this may give some direction to your marketing efforts, right? This may give some direction into just kind of a targeted audience, all right? And like, it is definitely an episode that you guys need to see. It's going to be very beneficial for a large part of your operations.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the first report.
Just the first one.
That's the first one. The second report then is the Automotive Market Trends Report. Now,
Yes.
this report is...
What's hot? What's not? Where's it going?
Yes,
I love it. Yep.
exactly. All things vehicles in operation.
Yep.
So this report is currently created by John Howard with
John is so
Experian.
awesome.
John is fantastic. One of my favorite people. Now, for years, Marty Miller produced this. Marty Miller is retired. John has taken this report over. So if you're like, oh, I'm not familiar with it, it's the report Marty has done for a number of years. And every quarter, John goes into vehicles in operation. What is the activity by year, model, segment, age, market
Everything.
share, everything. Looking at then all light duty vehicles for that most recent quarter. Looking at new and used and other information
But
for
also what's
vehicles
trending too, right? Yeah. So that's what. Look. I think you guys are going to see some of these reports, and you're going to love it because it's probably going to solidify some of the things that you guys are already seeing at your dealership, which is great. That's such a good feeling to have, right? And I'm so excited to be jamming with John. This is again another episode that you're gonna have to check out, right? Because again, we're not just going to talk about what has happened, but we are going to dive deep into the trends of what is coming, and again, just helping to prepare your guys' operations and your guys' marketing. And inventory is everything, guys. Getting the right vehicles, right time is key.
Yeah, absolutely. And every quarter we have an infographic that comes out with this as well, kind of a little added bonus. It's in the slides, but it is a separate infographic as well, just to provide a really nice high-level summary for how many vehicles are on the road, how that has changed from the previous quarter, how many new vehicles were registered, how many vehicles went out of operation, and then what the overall used changes were. And I mean, year over year, quarter over quarter, we are tracking this and reporting on it. And it's right always about that 30%. It was 28.3% the most recent quarter. But yeah, it's always hovering right around just below, just above 30%.
Well, guys, I mean, this is I would call it a 30,000 foot view. Maybe it's a 50,000 foot view, right? But it's a view that we don't typically get. And we're getting to see in a large scale of just really kind of where everything is. All right, what is the ownership of it? Again, another great episode you guys got to check out.
Yeah, and one that is really beneficial for the aftermarket as well, from a remarketing standpoint.
Yeah, you service guys, you got to listen to this.
Yes, absolutely. Looking at what are the vehicles in operation? What is that aftermarket sweet spot? After those vehicles are coming off of warranty, what does that look like? And then how can you leverage that knowledge and insight from a marketing perspective?
And things have changed a lot. I mean, look, the ownership is beginning to change. Rates are changing. Prices are changing. We're still feeling some of the ripple effects of what happened during 2020 and stuff like that. So, guys, this is data that you guys need to know. So, again, we're going to have a blast doing this series. It's going to be fun really kind of getting into this with John. All right. But, hey, it doesn't stop there.
Yes.
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
I had to.
I love it. I love it. Yes. So the third report that we create that is near and dear to my heart.
Just a little,
a little bit as I create this report. And this is our newest quarterly trend report. So the Automotive Consumer Trends and Analysis. And we've had the insights to the financial space for years and years and years. We just talked about how long Melinda has been producing that. We had the market registrations for years and years and years. And, we identified there's a gap missing. There's a piece missing. We really
something that bridges those two. Do you know what I mean?
Bridges it. Yes. And from a marketing perspective, how then can we have additional insight into who's buying those vehicles?
Yeah, let me dive into that individual.
Yeah, let's look at that. So every single quarter, what we do is we look at a specific segment. Most recently, we looked at SUVs.
Yes.
Next quarter, we are looking at EVs.
It's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that one.
We've been doing that every quarter too, kind of that half-year gauge since this report has started 4 years ago.
I remember seeing it about that long ago, yes.
And looking at that depth and detail for the segment, whether it is by vehicle class, make, model, geography, all of that, really
age,
interesting.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I really like is then when we look at the demographics and psychographics.
Yep.
So looking at things like the generational distribution.
I love this.
How does that look for the overall?
There were a few surprises. I got to be honest with you.
Yes.
There were a few surprises.
On the
I'm not
SUV
going to tell you those because you're going to have to watch our episode. Me and Chris together with this one. There were some things that I was kind of like, oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. All right. And as we look at the overall, what percentage of registrations are from Gen X?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a teaser for you, 31.66%. But how does that vary based upon the subsegment for SUV buyers within that generation? And there are nuances. What do people over-index for? What do they under-index for? And as you're looking to then market those vehicles, how you can have a more precision conversation and
100%.
really do that targeted marketing.
And I know for a lot of you out there, you guys, well, hence the reason you're watching this, because you guys
Mm-hmm.
are great operators. So I know for a fact that you guys are already thinking audience first when it comes to your operations and your
Mm-hmm.
marketing. You are really going to enjoy this episode and this report, all right? Because I think in some places it's going to reinsure or confirm what some things you already
Mm-hmm.
know, which is great. But I think there's going to be some that's going to surprise you a little bit. And, I wouldn't be so surprised to see some smart operators take this and maybe make some adjustments to maybe their marketing, their messaging, or even some of their
Absolutely.
targeting parameters, for sure.
Yeah, what is that media mix? How
Yeah.
are they reaching out? What channels are they leveraging? Because we look at the lifestyle segmentation.
Mhm.
We look at it overall for the segment, but then look at it by the different classes, by subsegment. So you have that insight as well of, okay, well, how are compact SUV buyers different
Yes.
than overall SUV buyers? And how do they want to be marketed to? What are the top lifestyle segments? What channels resonate the most with them?
Mm-hmm.
So great
It's going to be fun.
information.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And this is the bonus one where we provide.
But wait.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
This is then like icing on the cake where it's like, and sprinkles, right?
It's a cherry. It's a little cherry. It's a cherry. All right, there we go.
This is a full-on Sunday. Sprinkles, cherry on top. Because what we do is we take this information and then we
Yes.
collaborate with the trade desk.
Mm-hmm. And I love this, right?
Yeah.
Because I think, guys, and you're going to love this report too, all right? Because I think there's a lot of companies out there that will go as far as providing those insights, but then you're left with, how do I action it?
What do I do with it? Yeah, what do
Anyways,
I do with it?
I won't take your thunder, but please, this is going to be really cool.
I love this. We started because we produced the report, but then
Yep.
we expanded it and we were like, yeah, well, but what do I do with it? People
Yeah.
needed that extra piece. So we work with the trade desk and they look at then in-market activity for those audiences and really then provide some actionable insights for you to be able to place those media
Yes.
purchases on where are those in-market SUV buyers shopping? What is their channel distribution? What are their top digital audio stations, their top streaming channels? So you can then just make more informed decisions for the marketing that you're doing.
And guys, that's important, right? Like, look, we all know as operators, we're making the best decisions we can with the data that we have, all right? And I think it's amazing and admirable that, companies like Experian that are going to invest this much time and this much money into putting together not only the insights, but also helping us action these insights. You do need to take note of this. Now, I know during this episode, you guys have seen a little pop-up with the QR code that's been going on through this whole episode, okay? If you haven't figured it out so far, all right, that you need to scan that. It's going to take you to where you can get registered.
Yes.
All right. And you guys are going to get these reports at no cost to you. All right. But you do need to follow the series. All right. That's what I would say. What did you say? Download the report, follow along the
Absolutely.
series. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so much fun. And as Jason said, it's absolutely free. Why wouldn't you
I
want
know.
information available for free about what's going on in the industry? So you can sign up for one, you can
Yes.
sign up for all three of them. And what you'll get is an email notice that, the new one is available. It's
Yeah, I
live.
have.
Go and get it.
Yep.
So really
All right.
fantastic.
Kristen, this is going to be a lot of fun for everybody out there watching and listening. We appreciate you. You are going to enjoy this report. Make sure you guys scan those QR codes, get registered so that you can start getting this information and follow along. Like, share this, all right? This is going to be fun. This is going to be a really fun series. I'm so excited that we get to do it together. We always have fun when we record
always have
anyway,
fun.
so
Yes.
there's no surprises there whatsoever. Hey, real quick, for everybody out there watching and listening, again, where can they go? How do they find this?
Yes. So we have that QR code available. So on ExperianAutomotive.com, there's a quarterly trend report section.
Yep.
And you can sign up for each one of them or all three, which is ideally what I hope that
need
you
to do
would
all
be
three.
doing.
Guys,
I
you need
mean,
to do all three. You need to do all three. Hey, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Drop comments down below. As
Yes.
we're going through this series, all right, you're going to see some stuff on social media. All right, there's going to be the long forms. You're going to be able to go online. You're going to be able to watch the full episodes. This is going to be a lot of fun. And thank you so much for doing this with
my
me.
pleasure.
This
Thank
is
you for
gonna be so
having me.
awesome.
And yes, please provide your feedback. We
Yes.
would love to know, what do you love about the
right.
reports? If you receive it today, what do you love? But maybe there's suggestions of what we could do to improve it.
Absolutely.
We'd welcome that as well.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you for everyone out there watching. We will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to the Experian Auto Insights podcast. For full access to the reports and more insights, visit Experian.com/automotive. Be sure to follow the show and stay tuned for more insights into Experian's quarterly automotive trends reports.